Hello everyone, the Bearded Thumb here, back with yet another Mexican beer review. After my last video, I had a few of my friends, like this one over here, point out that I was missing something and even went on to show me Victoria, which, despite me mentioning in the description, had already been addressed as to why I didn't buy it. I decided that with that, plus this friend over here, mentioning that I should be doing Modelo Negra, saying that it's better than regular Modelo. With those two combined, I decided to do another video, but wasn't just about to do one with just two beers. So when I went to buy these, on top of buying the reigning champ, Modelo Especial, I decided to buy a few others, which I will get into greater detail as I go on. But to avoid having too long of an intro here, for anyone new to this channel, here's how this works. I open up a beer, I pour it into a big-ass glass, I smell the beer, and then I taste the beer, and then I review the beer. So, with that all said, before going into the review, since I don't know what I'm going to say about some of these beers, since I haven't tried 4 of the 5, if I make any jokes about binge drinking or anything to that matter, it is to be seen as for satirical purposes and not an actual suggestion. So please always drink responsibly and follow all laws pertaining to alcohol consumption wherever you are. So with that said, let's start this review. First up, we have the reigning champ from the previous Mexican beer review and Modelo Especial. Once again, having to deal with the tinfoil top, which is probably the only negative thing I can bring up about this beer. So let's see if the reigning champ can start us off on a good note. Probably helps if I have the bottle opener facing the right way. I really hope I don't get any tinfoil in the beer. So, there it is. It looks the same in the glass as it did in the bottle. Go ahead and give it the old smell test there. Still smells like a damn good beer. So you know what comes next? The taste test. Damn, that is still good. And I really feel it is going to have no problem maintaining its championship and maybe even be the front runner to win the North American contest that was originally set to go, since I have recently posted the Canadian beer video. If you haven't seen that yet, you should definitely check that shit out. That was an interesting review. But really smooth from start to finish. One of those beers you could have year-round because it's not too heavy and not too light. So with that said, I'm going to finish this off and we are going to go on to the next beer. Next up, we have Modelo Negra, which, according to the one text I showed during the intro, was the one I should have tried for Modelo's. So you know what? Less yakking, more cracking, and see what this has to do. I'm definitely not pouring out this whole tall boy, and whoa. Well, I can see why I got the term Negra. That is a color of beer I do not like seeing, and holy shit is that dark. As I have mentioned in previous reviews, I don't think beer should be the color of brown or darker. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to regret this, but let's go ahead and give it the old smell test. Doesn't smell too much different than the regular Modelo. I mean, definitely a little stronger, but I was expecting that to be a smell that would choke me out. But, alright, let's taste the damn thing. Not bad. It's similar in smoothness with a bit of a caramely aftertaste, which maybe that floats some people's boat, but not mine. It's not bad. I can definitely see why people like this, but that caramel aftertaste is not exactly what I want to be tasting when I am drinking a beer. Similar to the La Fin du Monde from the Canadian beer review. It's not bad, but did I initially miss having this in the first review? I'm going to go ahead and say hell no. But it's okay, but yeah, that aftertaste is not threatening regular Modelo anytime soon. So with that said, next beer. Next up, we have Victoria, which was pointed out to me that I should have done by my dear friend via text message. And since she was nicer than the Modelo Negra person, I have no problem buying a whopping 32-ounce bottle of this stuff, which I'm sure all really quality beers come in a 32-ounce bottle that you cannot reseal, because anyone buying a 32-ounce bottle that you gotta drink before it goes flat or turns piss warm is truly a beer connoisseur and not looking to get shit-faced as quickly as possible. So let's open this thing up and see what it has to offer. Okay, as you see there, it's definitely not as dark as the Modelo Negra, but also a little darker than I would like to see my beers looking. But you know what? Let's give it the old smell test. See where we stand there. Another very light smelling beer. Not bad at all. Does it say what kind of beer this is? Made in Mexico, cerveza, and beer. So what type of beer it is, I do not know. But I'm about to find out what it tastes like. Damn, that is good. Holy shit. Really, really white and smooth from start to finish. The color is definitely not indicative of its taste. I thought it was going to be a little on the heavier side. Really good. Damn. That is actually making me think twice here about who actually deserves to win this between Victoria and Modelo. Maybe we're going to have to go back to the Modelo, which I don't have any more of. Damn. Probably shouldn't have polished that off so soon. But it's smooth for being dark in color. Does this have the ABV on it? It does not appear to say what the ABV is, or I might just be missing it here. Am I going to finish the rest of this 32-ounce bottle? Hell no, because I still got another 32-ounce bottle of something waiting in the wings. But I'm never going to finish what's in this glass, because that is some damn good beer. I am really impressed with this. Oh yeah. Just as good as the last sip. So, really damn good. Definitely making me consider if this should bump out Modelo. But with that said, let's go on to the next beer. Next up, we have Carta Blanca, a beer that was originally not planned or suggested for this review, but when I went to the store to buy the others, I saw it, and this beer spoke to me because I know that Blanca is a variant of white. Or at least I could assume, since Blanco I know for sure is white. And it reminds me of how I had an ex whose family used to call me Pendejo Blanco, which I can only assume means really cool white guy because of the following reasons. I used to play baseball, and whenever I would strike out on a bad pitch, as I got back to the dugout, my teammates would pat me on the back and say, "Ay, pendejo." And surely they were not trying to put me down, because what kind of teammates would do that? Surely it must have been saying something like, "You'll get him next time," or "Good job, buddy, you tried." And Blanco, because I know from a Crayola crayon that white/Blanco is white. So, putting those two together, I always just assumed that Pendejo Blanco definitely must have been something positive, because I was told that they were told not to be mean and call me gringo. So, less yakking, let's open this up and see what we have here in this gigantic ass bottle. Okay, this cap does not want to come off. Come on, you bitch. Fuck, this thing is sealed up tight. There we go. Alright, I knew I could get it eventually. Holy shit, is that a light yellow color comparatively speaking to the last two? That is, maybe that's why it has Blanca in it. So, yeah, let's give it the old smell test here. Interestingly enough, probably one of the stronger smelling of the beer so far. Not in a bad way, definitely a lighter smell to it. Pleasant, but just more potent than the others. Really caught my attention before I even got the glass up to my face. But you know what's next? We got to try this thing. Okay, that tasted like water with a couple drops of beer in it. I mean, is it bad? No. But, doesn't really taste like anything. Let me finish it off there, see if I can get any other taste out of it. Nope, that grading still stands. It tastes like nothing. I can definitely see why someone would want to buy a big-ass bottle of this and just slam the shit out of it to try and get a quick buzz going. I mean, that's about all this thing would serve the purpose. Is there even an ABV on here? Oh, 4.5 ABV. Not bad. You slam a fucking 32-ounce or 40-ounce bottle, however big, 32 ounces. You slam a fucking 32-ounce bottle of this shit, you'll get a nice buzz going pretty quickly. But that's about the only way I would ever see myself buying one of these because, like I said, it tastes like nothing. It kind of tastes like what, back in my American Mega Brew review, what I originally thought Coors Light was going to taste like. This was what that tastes like fucking water with a couple drops in it. So, with that said, let's move on to the next beer. Next up and last on this review is Indio. A beer that, fun fact, I used to think was an Aldi exclusive because the only time I had ever seen it earlier on in my life when I wasn't even 21 yet at the time, was that it was in a sales paper for Aldi, and I thought it was like some cheap shit that they had made just for themselves. I later found out that it was actually a really, it's a beer that's been around for a fucking long-ass time. Does the bottle say here? I thought it did. Damn it, it's a dark-ass label. The label doesn't seem to say... Oh, there it is, 1905. So, yeah, it's not an Aldi exclusive. It's actually been around for a long-ass time. So, let's open this thing up and see what it has to offer. Oh, that is not a promising color. That dark, sewer water brown color. Not what I like to see when I open a beer. Fuck me. Well, you know what I gotta do? I gotta smell this thing first, so let's start there. Not a very pleasant smelling beer. Heavier on smell than the other ones, and not in a good way. Well, let's try drinking this shit. Not bad tasting. A mild aftertaste to it, but all around not bad at all. I was expecting it to be really awful, and I actually like it. Definitely has a very slight aftertaste. I probably wouldn't want to drink this in the summertime because it is a little on the heavier side. I mean, it's smooth and consistent from start to finish. Heavier, but consistently heavier with that mild aftertaste. But all around a pretty damn good beer. I definitely will finish the 6-pack of this that I bought for this review. This is not not bad. I like it. That's where I'm going to leave that off there. I'm going to go ahead and just finish off what's in this glass here. Oh yeah, that is good. Even though it has a little bit of an aftertaste, I don't mind that one bit. But let's go ahead and crown a champion for the second time. I am going to stick with my guns and still say Modelo Especial, or the basic Modelo, is still the winner. I mean, both this and Victoria were damn good beers, but the Victoria was just a little too light for my personal tasting. I do like my beer to have some body to it, but that was all around a pretty damn good review, with the exception of the Modelo Negra having that caramely aftertaste to it. Was not a fan of that one bit. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I can see why people like it. I can see why my one friend said that I should give it a serious consideration. But those heavier tastes to beers are not what I'm personally looking for when I drink, so it wasn't for me, but I would definitely not tell someone to not drink it the same way I would Bud Ice or Steel Reserve. I would tell someone that yes, the beer does have a caramely tone in the aftertaste, but definitely does not represent it in a negative way. It just depends on the individual's tastes. So with that said, that is going to bring us to the end of this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really would help out the channel. You go ahead and hit that little bell down there to get notifications as to future uploads. As always, if you did not like this video, however, and feel no one should be subjected to watching this crap ever again, thumbs down, negative comment. Until next time, this has been the Bearded Thumb. Have a good one.